Now today I will tell you about the polarization of light. Before this I have taught you so many topics in the wave optics, like the scattering of light and the wave nature of light and other so many. So this is the last topic of the wave optics. Scattering, that I have told you earlier, the its definition, types of scattering and so many phenomena which are associated with the scattering of light. Now this polarization was discovered by Huygens, who supposed that the light waves are longitudinal waves like the sound waves. But if he assumes that the light waves are the longitudinal waves, then this polarization cannot be explained. Moreover, experimentally this fails to have the longitudinal nature of the sound waves. So Huygens was forced to say that light waves are transverse waves. So this phenomenon is the strong evidence of the transverse nature of the electromagnetic wave. The polarization. Of light was discovered by Huygens. This phenomenon is the strongest evidence of transverse nature of light. This phenomenon is exhibited by electromagnetic waves like light waves, UV waves, IR waves, infrared, radio waves, etc. It means that if you see the electromagnetic spectrum, then there are all kind of wavelengths. So this phenomena is exhibited by the visible and invisible electromagnetic waves. The visible waves are those that we see in our life. Invisible are those that we cannot see, but they have the physical and chemical effects. no polarization of sound waves because they are longitudinal waves. It means that this phenomena is exhibited only by the transverse waves, not the longitudinal waves. This is why that the sound waves cannot be polarized. The EM wave. EM wave means electromagnetic wave. EM wave consists electric field vector and magnetic field vector which vibrates perpendicular vibrates mutually perpendicular. Perpendicular to each other. And the wave propagates perpendicular to both the vectors. It means that the electric vector, magnetic vector and the direction of propagation, they are mutually perpendicular to one another. So this is like this. You can see this is now this perpendicular, this perpendicular, this perpendicular. So if suppose wave is propagating in this direction, then suppose the electric vector is in this direction and magnetic vector is in this direction. So it means that all these are mutually perpendicular to one another. Thus, the electric vector field vector, magnetic field vector and direction of motion of the wave are all mutually perpendicular. cooler to one anode. One anode. Now I will show you this in the diagram. Now here I am taking this is now x direction, this is now y direction, and this is now z direction. Let the electric vector is along the y direction. So this is like this one. Like this. So these vibrations are like this one. These are the electric vector. This is the electric vector. We have taken the electric vector here. Electric vector EY. And now suppose we have taken the magnetic vector along z axis BZ. So this is like this one. So this is the magnetic vector, this is the electric vector E, this is the magnetic vector B, and this is the direction of propagation of the wave. This is the x direction, this is the wave propagation. Wave propagation. So now you can see that all are mutually perpendicular. Now let me write down the equation of this electric field vector and the magnetic field vector, the wave equation. For electric vector now we have EY xt. EY means that this is along the y direction, xt means the wave is propagating along x axis and for a time t. So this is now EYXT. This is equal to E0y. E0y sine kx minus omega t. This is for electric vector. Now then for magnetic vector BZ xt. BZ means this is along the z axis, so I have taken this along z axis, and now this wave is traveling along x axis, so this is now xt, so this B is along z axis, and the wave is along x axis. This is equal to V naught z sine kx minus omega t. Now this is clear. E naught y, this is the amplitude of electric vector. B naught z, this is the magnitude or the amplitude of the magnetic vector. Where E naught y equal to amplitude of electric field vector. B naught Z. This is the amplitude of magnetic field vector. Field vector. K. This is the propagation constant or the wave constant. K is equal to propagation constant or wave constant. Wave constant, and this is equal to 2 pi upon lambda, where lambda is the wavelength of the wave, and this omega, this is the angular frequency, omega angular frequency, and this is now 2 pi f. F is the frequency, not the angular frequency but frequency. So lambda is the wavelength and f is the frequency. Now you can see that all these are mutually perpendicular. So this shows the electric vector. Moreover, you can see that this equation is just like the simple harmonic motion equation. It means that the electric vector and magnetic vector execute SHM. Electric and magnetic vectors execute SHM. So this is the wave. This is the wave equation, and this is the about this lambda and omega, this k and so on. And now you can see that in this we are having the two vectors, electric vector and the magnetic vector. But now question is that which vector is more important, electric vector or the magnetic vector? I will like to tell you that here the magnetic vector is not important, because mostly the materials are paramagnetic, in which this magnetic vector has no role. So overall the electric vector is most important. This electric vector also affects the retina of the living beings. So because of that, this is called the light vector. The electric vector electric field vector takes part in all physical and chemical phenomena. So the electric field vector affects the retina of all living beings because of it it is known as light vector. Known as light vector. It means that if we neglect this magnetic vector, then there is only the electric vector that takes part in the polarization of phenomena. Electric field vector is responsible for polarization of light. As I have told you that all these vectors are mutually perpendicular, so this is also perpendicular to the light wave. It means that it has the symmetry of vibrations in the normal light or the unpolarized light. So I can show you that this is suppose and this I show you the symmetry of vibrations like this. This is what the symmetry of vibrations. Electric vector vibrations. When we are having this symmetry, then this is called unpolarized or the normal light. The normal. There is symmetry of electric vector vibrations in a normal or unpolarized. Unpolarized light. If, however, this symmetry is broken, it means that vibrations are made limited in some directions, then this is called the polarized light. If, however, the symmetry of vibrations electric vector vibrations is broken or vibrations are made in are limited in some directions, then it is called polarization of light. So now in the diagram I can show you this, that this is suppose now the vibrations are like this one. So now these vibrations have been stopped. Only these vibrations are there, and always remember that these vibrations are always perpendicular to the propagation of the wave. Or this can be like this one, this can be like this one. These all are the polarized light. This is called partially polarized light because the vibrations are limited only to in few directions. Here this is only in one direction. Here this is only in one direction. So this kind of vibrations that I have here, it is called partially polarized light. Polarized light. This is called linearly polarized light. This is I have shown you. This is called the vertically polarized light. This is the horizontally polarized light. Vertically polarized light. Now this is horizontally, and all these two, this is all these two, this is called linearly polarized light. Linearly or plane polarized light. Plane polarized light. So in plane polarized light or linear polarized light, the vibration is only in one and one direction, not more than one direction. When the vibrations are in more than one direction, then it is called partially polarized light. So this is what the phenomena of polarization. So simply now we have the thing that there should be asymmetry of the vibrations in the light wave, then this is called the polarized light. So polarization, we have the vibrations only in some direction or only in one direction. Now actually is what that the partially polarized light is not so important as the plane polarized light. So all the discussions that I will tell you later on, that will be based on plane polarized light or linearly polarized light. So this is the phenomenon of polarization of the light. So whenever this is asked that what is the polarization of light, the question is asked in the board exam and also this, then there is, if however the symmetry of electric vector vibrations is broken or vibrations are limited in some directions, then it is called polarization of light. So remember that the electric vector is most important, and this takes part in all chemical and physical processes and all phenomena. So we are concerned only with the electric vector. So you all like, share and subscribe the video. Thank you very much.